I warned you of this a couple days ago. I think it was on my Bleacher Report live stream, but then I posted on YouTube the next day. This is rumor mill season. Ears and eyes to the pavement. The combine is coming up, and you're going to hear lots of reports, fast and furious, about everything involving the Las Vegas Raiders. Trading up, trading down, drafting a quarterback, drafting a running back, getting Abdul Carter, signing Sam Darnold. It's all going to come at your face fast and furious. And I'm planning eventually on doing a BS meter of all these rumors that are coming out, because you're going to see Instagram accounts out of the woodworks named Football Insider Scout 2216 that's claiming the Raiders are trading for Myles Garrett. It's insane the amount of rumors you're going to hear. This one, however, feels real. Multiple insiders in the NFL, Raider insiders. A lot's going on here. John Spytek and Pete Carroll just had their press conferences at the Combine. They touched a little bit about the quarterback position in particular. You saw the title of this video. It's Matthew Stafford and it's Tom Brady personally reaching out to him to recruit him to become a Las Vegas Raider. We're going to get into all that, but real quick, before that, I just need to tell you real quick, if you are new to the channel, or if you're not new to the channel, but you've been a lurker, look at this. 45% of the thousands of you that watch are not yet subscribed. Why is that? Hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing this all off-season, combine, free agency, draft, before you know it, training camp, new league year. It's coming fast and furious, man. And if you are subscribed, make sure we're hitting those notifications. We're turning them on so you get my videos right to your phone or wherever you may be watching immediately. Also, linked in the description below is the Patreon, patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. It's like my channel membership program, but instead of YouTube taking 30%, this Patreon right here only takes 5%. If you sign up at the $5 tier, you get behind-the-scenes access of every video I post. Early days in advance. You get your name at the end of the credits. You get all this good stuff, exclusive content, copyrighted content that's never before seen on YouTube, like me watching different people's films, stuff like that. And at the $10 tier, you get a monthly advice YouTube channel series from me, and every video I post ad-free. Also, join the Discord, link is in the description below. That is completely free. Big group chat of all my subscribers. Let's get it. Brady trying to recruit Super Bowl winning quarterback to the Raiders. This is Vinny B. Absolutely, in my opinion, the most trusted Raider insider out there. And this is not just his sources. These are NFL sources. It starts by saying, and he's at the Combine in Indianapolis, the Raiders have emerged as a potential landing spot for quarterback Matthew Stafford, who has been given permission by the Rams to speak with other teams to gauge his outside market. Now, I want to say something real quickly. Albert Breer was on Rich Eisen, and he said, this isn't a new development that Matthew Stafford has been able to talk to teams. He's been able to talk to teams for 2 weeks. And after talking to teams for 2 weeks, he has come out and told the Rams and said publicly, I want $50 million. And according to Albert Breer, and what that means to me is that he thinks that he can get something close to that. Whether or not you agree that that should be his price, Matthew Stafford has talked to teams and thinks that someone's going to give that to him. We'll get back to that in a second. And that this isn't new information that we've been linked to him as a potential landing spot, but this is the new and potentially exciting, depending on where you land on this development. Raiders minority owner and de facto president of football operations, I added that, Tom Brady, has been in contact with Stafford's camp about the possibility of the 37-year-old coming to Las Vegas, according to multiple NFL sources. Stafford, who was under contract with the Rams for 2 more seasons, is seeking an extension because he has minimal guaranteed money remaining on his deal. Los Angeles appears apprehensive about giving Stafford, who led the team to victory in Super Bowl 56, what he is asking for. The Rams, by allowing him to talk to other teams, are counting on the rest of the league viewing his value the same way. And I wouldn't count on that, again, because he's come out after that and said, I want $50 million. There are enough quarterback-needy teams to make Stafford a desirable player. However, especially in a year where the draft class is considered weak at the position, it would not be surprised if at least one team met Stafford's asking price. That is where the Raiders come in. They have a massive need at quarterback and want to address it this offseason. Stafford remains one of the best passers in the league and still could be productive for several more seasons. And if you're wondering, his last 2 years, I think he's missed like 1 or 2 games total. These are his stats. Close to 4,000 yards, 63% completion percentage, 24 touchdowns, 11 picks, quarterback rating of 93. I'm rounding up. Completed 66% of his passes, 37-62, 20 touchdowns, 8 picks. They were a game away from being in the NFC Championship, the Snow Bowl. We know that. All that good stuff. He's 37 years old. He just turned 37. So he's what? 3 years away from becoming Aaron Rodgers, right? How old is Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers' age. He's 41. Aaron Rodgers is 41. He will turn 42 next season. So I want you to think about that for a second. Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowls, probably a Hall of Famer, maybe not first ballot, but Hall of Famer for sure, is 4 years younger than Aaron Rodgers, who was another potential option. Now, Aaron Rodgers is only going to cost you $25 million, not $50. But if Aaron Rodgers was 37, he would cost you $50 million. Matthew Stafford is making under 30. He wants to be paid like a top 10 quarterback. He's not asking to be paid like the highest paid professional athlete in football. What is my take on all this? My take is this. I don't want to swear on this channel, so I'll say this. Screw it. Make it happen. Find a way to get Matthew Stafford to be the next quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm hesitant to become an Avenger here, Avengers Endgame, and say whatever it takes, but I'm damn near close to that. Matthew Stafford is without question a top 10 quarterback in the league, might be 8 or 7. He was 20 yards away from beating the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia in a snowstorm. And yeah, I get it. He's older, but he's a winner. He can make every throw. And this team is going to be built to protect the quarterback. Not just with the offensive line, not just physically protect, but protect him cerebrally, metaphorically, give him weapons, give him a run game, give him a great defense. And I'm tired of thinking about like, well, we should draft Jackson Dart in the 3rd round, and then by year 4 of Pete Carroll, then he could be like no, let's just win like right now. Rarely do quarterbacks like this get traded and want to come play for us, right? It's only Russell Wilson who wanted to play for us, and we didn't want him. Good thing we didn't. But now with Chip Kelly, which again, everyone's been saying like, oh, we can't get Sam Darnold because we need a good system. Well, what is Aaron Rodgers going to do here with a bad system? Bad system. We now, in theory, have a good system in place. And Pete Carroll said as much. The Ohio State offense was awesome. They had 2,000-yard rushers. They made Will Howard, who's an quarterback, look pretty dang good. And he will be drafted on day 2 probably. Maybe by us. I want to win. Don't you want to win? And here's the key. $50 million, that's a lot of money. That's half our cap space. $50 million is almost more cap space than most teams in the league have. We'd still have another $50 million to spend. You re-sign your defensive guys, you extend max, you sign one more big free agent, you trade for Stafford, and you build through the draft. Pete Carroll has said, we don't have a timetable here for a rebuild. We're going for it. Those are the words he used. We're going for it. The time is now. Go get Stafford. 3 years, however many million he wants. Get it done. Would I give the 6th pick for him? No, I would not. I'd be more comfortable giving a 2026 first-round pick than this pick, the 6th pick. But if they do it, I could convince myself that it was the right move. And this regime, and I'll get into this in probably a separate video on Thursday, this regime has shown already that they know what's going on. They're not letting good players walk out of the building. Like Isaiah Pola-Mao, boom, extended. Don't even let him sniff free agency. They're going to re-sign a lot of defensive guys unless they get overpaid. They're going to extend Max. Spytek said as much. He envisions Max Crosby being here for a long, long time, and we're going to get that thing done at a certain point here. Might not happen overnight, but we're going to get that thing done. I want to win, man, and Matthew Stafford's a winner. He's been my number one option this whole time. And this is yet another example, not to, again, to toot my own horn, but me being on something as a theory, as just throwing it out there into the ether. And I said as much. I'm just throwing this out there in case this happens, because it kind of makes me look like a genius, and maybe the cosmos are finally listening to us. I said a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, what about Cliff Kingsbury as the OC? Like two months before we were even considering him, and we hired him, and then everything fell through. I said, what about Pete Carroll? Like, again, 3 weeks before we were even looking for another quarterback. It wasn't even the Saints game yet. And I said, Pete Carroll could be a decent option. Brock Bowers. I said, he's going to fall to us and we should take him. And then I said before the season was over, if things get weird in Los Angeles, Matthew Stafford could be the next quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders. If they want to rebuild and trade him, if they want to move off of him and sign Aaron Rodgers for 1 year, and then Sean McVay retires and goes to the Amazon. Just like James Bond. It can get weird. And guess what? It's officially weird. And now you've got Tom Brady saying, we'll give you your contract. We'll find a way to make this deal done. And by the way, here's another thing. What if Matthew Stafford goes, hey, I want to play for the Raiders, get the deal done? They'll probably respect his wishes. And if we refuse to give him the 6th pick, they'll probably be like, all right, what's the best you could do that isn't the 6th pick? The NFL is a crazy television show. It's not scripted, but it feels like a television show. And this is yet another chapter in that. Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Patrick Graham, Tom Brady, John Spytek, recruiting Matthew Stafford to become the face of the organization for the next few years. And the key is the money. Can the Browns afford Matthew Stafford? Hell no. Can the Giants? Absolutely not. Can the Titans? Maybe. Would they really trade for Matthew Stafford? They feel farther away than we do. Because people say, like, well, who do the Raiders have as weapons? Hey, newsflash, people who are saying that. The Raiders have 2,000-yard receivers. 2 of them. One had a 1,000-yard season with 0 drops, and one is a rookie, all-world, first-team AP All-Pro tight end. 2,000-yard receivers. How many bad teams can say that? How many teams that Matthew Stafford wants to be traded to, like the Giants or the Titans or the Jets, have 2,000-yard receivers? 0. So all you need to do is find a running back. Good thing this running back class is the best running back class in the history of the National Football League. Good on us. We're going to find a running back. John Spytek found Rashad White and Bucky Irving, both in the 4th round. We had a top 15 defense last year with 105 injuries. And Patrick Graham is back. And Wilkins will be back. And Kuntz and Spillane will be back. And Max will be back. You add a corner. You add another linebacker. And you add a wide receiver. Whether you trade for DK, you sign Chris Godwin. Stephon Diggs. Just names to throw out there. Insert Matthew Stafford. You got your right tackle. You got your left tackle. You got your center already. You tell me that team can sleepwalk to 10 wins with the last place schedule? I want to win. I want to win. Do you want to win? It's too much money. It's too much money. Forget that. I want to win. It pays to win. Put your money where your mouth is. We've got it. Let's spend it. Let's go get him. If it doesn't work, blame me. Put it all on me. I'll wear it. I'll wear it. But when the Rams traded for him, I said they're going to win a Super Bowl. The next year, they won the Super Bowl. I also said that year the Bengals make the playoffs. Everyone said I was crazy. The Bengals made the Super Bowl. I want to win. It's as simple as that. What say you? Comment below your thoughts. Hit that like button. Please be sure to subscribe. It's free. I throw no charge to you. I love you guys. And I'll see you next time.